Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do a review of Namiji, which is the collector's edition. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out our how to play and playthrough.
Yep.
And with the box so big, it's got to go on this shelf.
Has its own special spot.
Well, usually I like to display it right here.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this is a sequel, so to speak, of Toccato, but you don't need Toccato to play it, but it has a lot of the same mechanics. So if you've played Toccato, you know it's a race game, and you will move on these spots around the board, your ships. So it's a fishing theme. You'll start with your ships here, and if you watch their playthrough, if you play with two players, you got to play with a neutral ship. So you start here. You can either go counterclockwise and go around this way, or clockwise. Every time you stop, only one player can occupy a space. So you do have to stop at the docks here. So if you really want to, you can go all the way right here and skip all this, but then you're not going to get any points. So if I go here in a 2 or 3 player game, I should point out if I go here in a 2 or 3 player game, no one can go here. But in a 4 or 5 player game, someone could go here. And turn order is basically who's ever in last position gets to keep on going until they're no longer in last position. So if it was a situation like this, Julie would go next, then I would go, and then Julie would go again, and then this player, if it's a neutral player, whoever's in first position gets to move the neutral player, and you'll use this ship to block position. So if I know Julie was going for dolphins, which she did get in the game, I would block her there, which I think I did do in the game.
The first time we did.
Yes.
And I think the second time, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're moving the ships through here, and I'll briefly explain what each space does. So your panoramas are here, the octopus, whales, and dolphins. It's a score of the most points game. So you'll see the dolphins, if you get it, you stop at the first spot, you get 1 point. The next spot you would go to anywhere on the board is 2 points and 3 points. You're building this picture here, which got messed up. That's okay. And so if you have all 3, that's 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's 6 points. And if you're the first one to do it, hand me the card. It would be another 3 points. So it's a little bit of a race in completing those panoramas. So that would be 9 points, which Julie did get for that. Now, octopus goes up to 4, so that would be 10 points possible. And you don't have to complete it. Say I only do, you saw right here, I only completed first and second position with the octopuses, so that was only 3 points. I only got 1 whale, so that was 1 point. So I only got 4 points for trying to complete those panoramas. And then the whale is possible 15 points because it goes up to 5. And you'll see around the board, there's more whale spots. Octopuses would be the second most spots, and then dolphins are the third most spots. So you can stop at those right there. If you go to the angler station, you're going fishing. So as the game progresses, you'll see there's face-up tokens here because every time you go fishing, you turn up a token. So the first step is you either take something that's face-up if it's already there, or you take something that's face-down. Whatever you take, you always turn up a new one. So let's say I take a blind draw here. I would turn up one. And I decide if I want to add it to my board, to my rack, or put it back. In this case, I've already completed my rack because we played a full game.
We did.
And you'll see that you want to have complete sets. You start here in the corner, and every additional fish needs to be adjacent. So you can't start here and then skip ahead all the way to here if this board was empty. So my next fish would have to be here or here. And so I created a set of all blue fish, so that would be 5 points. Here I created a fish of the same type, so that was 3 points. Here I did all eels, that was 4 points. Here though, I didn't have the same color or same fish, so I did not get that 5 points. Here I did create all the same fish and same color. That was 6 points. It didn't have to, you only had to have one characteristic here. Did not complete this row because it was all different color and different fish. Same thing right here, did not complete this row. So why did I do that? Because as you go through the game, you can get hidden goals at the rocks. Mm-hmm. When you land at these rock spots, you pick 2 cards. You decide which one to keep. Even if it doesn't hurt you if you don't complete it. But if you do, you score it at the end of the game. And the one you keep goes upside down, hidden from the other players, so they don't know what you're going for. Then you reveal it. So one goes underneath, and the one you'd keep. So you'll notice, I had a towel here that's 2. So if you go to the net station, I don't know, it's called net something. You pick one up and you can decide to add it to your board. So if Julie picked this up and the game is still playing,
Oh, I should have done that. Yeah,
she could have put it right here, and she would have had
6 more points.
6 more points. She could have put it here and tried to complete both of these columns, but then this, well, it doesn't matter if she goes here or here. She's definitely not finishing this row,
Right.
because she's going to have different colored fish and different fish.
Yeah.
So that's, she couldn't do this though, because it's
could?
not, it could not.
Oh, could not.
Because it's not adjacent to any of your previous
right.
plays.
Yeah.
So if you don't want it, you just put it back underneath. But that would have been a good move for
That
her to
would
get
have
that.
been. Yeah.
So the offerings, so this is a little bit of the cultural thing. I don't know if it has to do with any particular religion, but you make offerings. So I had one left. You start out with 4, and you'll see it would be like this. So if you don't do any offerings, you're going to lose 15 points at the end. I managed to do 3 offerings, and so I only lost 3 points. If you do all 4, you lose 0 points. And so you add it to the ocean.
Yep.
Somebody maybe could say in the comments, because it doesn't say in the rule book what part of Japanese culture
didn't?
that is. No, it doesn't. I mean, it could be Shintoism, Buddhism, or something else. I'm only guessing.
Oh, okay.
So Julie was able to do all but 2.
Yeah.
So you lost
And it's
6
6
points.
points.
So that's the offering spots. Over here, now this is what's unique. I don't think Takato has this. Maybe the expansions do, but I don't remember. But it's, you are going to now fish for
Shrimp.
crustaceans. So you can draw up to 5, but what happens is, if you draw 2 crabs, everything you draw that turn gets thrown back. So Julie ended up with 6 points there. Everyone you get is worth points. That was over multiple rounds.
You did well too.
Yes, I had, for the first time, I was able to do a draw of 5 and not draw 2 crabs.
I know, that was pretty cool.
So
I've never done that.
I got 7 points, but this is how it would work. I draw, okay, it is a shrimp, I believe.
Yes.
That's 1 point. Now, I'm not going to stop because I haven't drawn a crab yet. Yeah, I did draw a crab. So I can stop here and get 2 points, but if I draw again and get another crab, I have to put everything back. So I'm going to
That happened to me.
Yeah, I'm going to push my luck. I'm going to push my luck again. That's
Okay.
3. That's 3 points. I can stop right now.
You could do it. Ooh,
Look at
4
that.
points.
That's
One
4
more.
points.
Let's
Now, if
see.
I get a crab, I lose all my progress.
Let's see.
I did not.
You did it.
But if I did get a crab, let's say on my last draw there,
You'd lose everything.
I would have put everything back. So you could get up to 5 points if you do that.
Yep.
Then
I think that's... Oh, the dog.
when you get to the dock, it's based on... So everybody has to stop there and wait till everybody catches up. So let's say it was this situation. Julie, when you get there, you get to choose first, second, or third in a three-player game. So Julie wanted to draw first, but then she'll move last. Whereas when I got there, I want to go first, and the neutral player will go second. So you draw as many cards as players. So you draw 3 plus 1. So Julie would look at these cards first, and these are technology usually to help you during the game. So you want to get these early. So Julie would take one of the 4, and then add it to her, and this would be face up, so everybody knows. The neutral player in a 2-player game would discard one of these randomly, and then I would have, being the last one to draw, would take one of those. And as you see, you can get things like just food, but you don't have to pay for it like in Takato. So that was 9 points for me right there.
Yeah, just like that.
That was pretty good. That's
That was
why I
good.
took them. And I had this one here, this technology. It said you may draw 2 fish instead of 1, but only if both fish are face down. So
That worked out well for you too.
Yeah, because I had a hidden goal here to complete my whole rack. So that's why I was trying to do that. And so the last thing is you have these tokens here. You have 1 for every player.
Here.
So when you get to the end, whoever gets there first gets the 7 token, second gets the 5, last player gets the 3rd. And there would be 5 of these in a 5-player game.
I was going to ask you if there were more for
There
more
was
players.
for more
okay.
players.
Okay.
So I think that's all the spaces. So
I think so.
race game, score the most points. Reason why it's a race, because you can try to get these first, try to get here first, and sometimes things will be face up that you want to get before other people get.
Right.
All right, so that is our quick overview.
Very quick. Now it's time for us to tell you our pluses, minuses, and neutrals, and then we'll tell you how we rated it on the BGG scale. So I always go first, so here we go.
Okay.
I thought the art on the board and the cards was just so pretty. It just, the colors just pop. It's pretty to look at. It just, I don't know. I really liked it. I think the boats are super cute. I got to be the little piggies. I just thought they were really just so fun. I think it was very easy to learn and play. Now, granted, I did not read the rule book, so I should say it was easy to be taught how to play, not,
Well, it was easy for you to pick up on.
It was easy for you to pick up on.
So it's okay to say
David
that.
is a very good teacher. And then my neutral, and he might disagree with me, but I felt it has a little bit of that take that in this game, and I'm not big on take that type of stuff. I'm not a vengeful player. I'm not an aggressive player, and it's just how I am. I'm just not that kind of person. And this game, David's, if you watch the playthrough, you'll see he's way more aggressive than I am. And
I encourage you to be aggressive with me. You said, "Don't you want to block me there?"
And I'd be like, "No, it's okay." And he's like, "No, you have to." But as you can see, he totally kicked my butt.
Yeah, but the first time, see, I had 54, Julie had 27. The first time, Julie had like less than 10. I was like 70 something. So Julie learned how to be more aggressive in order to score more points and deny me points.
But I still wasn't mean about it. That's the only thing. If you like, take that kind of games, you'll love this. That's the only thing that was kind of neutral.
For a take that, it's low.
Oh, okay.
But because you're just blocking things.
Yeah, you're not like being mean. You're just, but if you know someone's going for something, you block them. It's just.
But see, and in some ways that's a good thing because there's more player interaction. Now when other games like Azul, for instance, some people say there's not much player interaction. Well, play us because we've played it over 360 times.
Yeah.
There's ways to mess you up in that game.
And he does a good job at that too.
Well, you've learned how to do that.
I've learned too, but it's been a while, so I don't know if I remember now.
But in terms of the miniatures, you're right. And when we do the unboxing, we show you. I mean, look, it's hard
to. You can see the little. Is that the piggies?
I'll go right here. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Now this is the collector's one. They're pre-painted. The Takato one, I don't think they had miniatures, but I don't think they were pre-painted.
Oh, so if someone bought this in the store, they wouldn't get the boats?
I don't believe the retail edition will have that.
Oh.
This is one reason why we backed it on Kickstarter.
What do you have to say, sweetie?
Okay, so smooth gameplay mechanics, easy to teach and play. So I mean, it's just like smooth like silk or butter. I mean, it's really a pleasure to play this.
Oh, it is.
Interesting decisions because the tension is okay. Because if Julie's like right here, and I know that she might try to block me from getting, the octopus, I might go that far ahead. But if I do that, I'm going to skip out on these 4. That's just a great mechanic. So maybe I do go here, right? And I do the crustacean, and then Julie goes here, and then she gets to move the neutral player, and she blocks me because she knows I'm going for octopus. So that, again, it's just a great mechanic. Yeah. So set collection and push your luck. So that was a great addition. There is some set collection in Takato, but it's not to this extent of going like this.
I never thought of that.
Creating a board. That was nice to add that. You are creating sets of cards, but the whole idea that you have to lay them down adjacent and do different patterns, I enjoyed that addition. And then just having this in the game.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's a lot of fun.
That is fun.
Amazing miniatures and thematic art. Again, they knocked it out of the park with that one. And again, annoying a text size in the rule book. And they did this too with Staccato.
Oh.
Just take a look at how small this is.
It's really small.
I mean, that's terrible. It's like 8-point font. So on my dissertation, this would have been knocked down big time. I mean, look at that.
I know, honey.
Now, why is this a problem? Because you got to extend more resources when you're trying to comprehend something, just trying to see it. So it's taxing on you in terms of endurance. So you're like going, okay, what does that say? And I'm going like this, trying to see it. And why do that? Now, some publishers do this because they think, oh, if we have I'm going to do my voice.
Oh, no.
If I have a small rule book, people are more likely to play it. No, increase the font size. Go to 10 pages, and make it more pleasurable to read. There was a company I was consulting for. Well, we've got to keep our rule books under this many pages. I said, why? Because people will buy it. When they buy it, if they see a long rule book, they won't buy it. This is a war game company, okay? When people buy war games,
they're used to that.
They're used to. So some companies do this because they think you have to have a small rule book.
Right.
So that's a complaint. And then just like Takato, but this is not as bad as Takato. It needs player reference cards. You could have had all these things I went over on a player reference card.
That would have been good.
Takato is really bad because you have all these symbols for your characters. and you constantly look. And then if you're playing with the expansions, so it's not as bad as Takato, but this
still.
one is.
Yeah.
You should have reference cards. All right,
Let's
see how we
what
rated it.
Ah, I said 7 and you said 8.
Right, because
Okay.
I would play this over Takato.
I don't really remember Takato, so I don't know. But I
So-
did like this one a lot.
Because of the addition of the Push Your Luck and more of a set collection, and the miniatures, this right here in a way kind of fires Takato for me.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So the reason why Julie may rate it higher, we're going to have to play Takato again. We haven't played it in a few years. When we play it, you may be like, yeah, I like this one better.
okay.
Or maybe you won't.
I don't know. I haven't played it in so long. I don't even remember the game. So,
So anyway, I highly recommend this.
Yes,
I don't
me
know
too.
what the retailer edition is going to be like, but
it'll
yeah,
be worth it.
we're happy to have this in our collection.
Definitely.
So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you guys who've subscribed, and please get others too. And don't forget to like, and we'll see you next time.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.